Hello students, our next topic is force and pressure. Chapter number 11, the topic is force and pressure. All of you are familiar with the push and pull. You are familiar with the push, the pull and the push. You may pull the door, that means you may close the door by pulling it, or you may pull the bench. Sometimes you may pull the cow, you may pull a bucket of water from a well, or you may push the door, you close the door by pushing. You kick the ball by pushing. You push a vehicle, or you may push your friend. So these two words, the pull and the push, are the two words which are very familiar to you. This push or pull, which is acted on an object, the push or pull that is applied on an object is called the force. Okay, what is force? Force is the push or pull that is applied on an object. See here, you can see several examples of push. A man is pushing a car. A boy is kicking a ball. While kicking, you push the ball. A batsman is hitting the ball by pushing it. So whenever we push an object, that is nothing but we are applying a force. So a force is a kind of push that is applied to an object, or the force may be a pull that is applied to an object. We can say the pull which is applied to an object is also a force. See here, a boy is pulling a cart. Tug of war is a kind of pull. Okay, the children are pulling the rope. Here a boy is pulling a bucket of water. So all these are pulling forces. Okay, so these are examples for different pull which are applied to different objects in our day-to-day life. Therefore, what is a force? Force is the push or pull which is acted on an object. Okay, the force is defined as the push or pull which is applied on an object. See, whenever force is coming to effect when two objects interact. Okay, the force come to play only when at least two objects on interaction. See here these children are pushing the cycle. So there is an interaction between these boys and this cycle. See here, a boy is rotating a wheel. That means the boy is interacting on the surface of the wheel. The boy is pulling the rope. So there is an interaction. A man is kicking, a player is kicking the ball. So there is an interaction between this man and the ball. Because of that, force is come to play. So a force is actually, we can say that it is an interaction between two objects, or we can say that a force come to play only when two objects, at least minimum two objects, are interacted with each other. Now let us explore, let us study detail about force. See children, here there is an object. Okay, this object is pushing by two boys. That means the force is applied by two boys. Consider that the force applied by one of the boys F1 and the other boy, the force applied by another boy is F2. Okay, so the two boys are applying force from the same side. You see, they are applying the force from the same side. When two forces are applied from the same side, then the net force or the total force is the sum of the two forces. Okay, the boy number 1 is also applying a force, boy number 2 is also applying a force. Therefore, the net force, the total force is sum of the two forces. That means the net force F is equal to, okay, the net force F is equal to, see, F1 and F2. Okay, F1 and F2. That means the total force. From this, what we can understand, whenever a force is applied on a body from the same side, or when the force is applied to an object on the same direction, the net force is the sum of the two forces. Or we can say that when the force is applied from the same side, the forces are added to one another. That means net force F is equal to F1 plus F2. But consider here, see, this is another example. One boy is applying a force from this side and another boy is applying a force from opposite side. So two boys are applying force on the same object but from opposite direction. He is applying from this side and the other boy is applying from the opposite side. So what is the net force? See, the object move either this side or this side. Okay, the object can move this side or this side. How you can decide? Based on the force, more force applied by the person. If this particular boy is applying more force than this boy, then the object move towards this side. If the force applied by the boy number 2 is more, then the object may move towards the other side. That means, what is the total force? Consider that the force applied by boy number 1 is F1 and the force applied by the boy number 2 is F2. Then the net force is the difference between the two forces. That means F is equal to F2 minus F1. Okay. So here, when the force is applied from opposite direction, the net force is the difference between the force. Whereas the force when applied from the same direction, the net force is the sum of the two forces. Are you clear? When the force is applied from the same side, F is equal to F1 plus F2. Whereas when the force is applied from opposite direction, the net force is F is equal to F2 minus F1. Okay, that means the net force is the difference between the two forces applied on opposite direction. Hope you understood this. Okay. See, we observed that two persons are applying force. When two persons are applying force, the net force is the force applied, the strength of force applied by one boy plus the strength of force applied by the second boy. That means each boy is exerting a specific strength of force. That means a force have a magnitude, a force have definite strength, definite value. Okay, the force always possesses a definite value. The force applied by first boy is having certain value, the force applied by the second boy is having certain value. That's why F1 plus F2 become bigger. If the force applied by F1, that is the first boy is 4, and the force applied by second boy, consider it is 5, then what is the net force? Net force is F1 plus F2. That means 4 plus 5 equal to 9. What about here in the second case? Consider that the force applied by this boy is 4 and the force applied by second boy is 5. Okay, then what is the net force? The net force is the difference between the two. Difference means F2 minus F5. That means 5 minus 4. That means the net force is only 1. Are you clear? Net force is only 1. That means the force is having definite value. The force is having a magnitude, and the force is always acted on a specific direction. See, in the first case, both the boys are pushing the object from same side. So the force is acting on this direction. Are you clear? The force is acting on this direction. Whereas in this case, if the force applied by this boy is 5 and this boy is 4, then the difference is 1. Here, that means here is applying a strength more than the first boy. That means then the direction will be towards this side. That means the force has two qualities, that is the force has a magnitude and force possesses a direction. Okay, the force always have magnitude and direction. And the SI unit of force is Newton. Okay, the SI unit of force is Newton. Are you clear? Now let us see the effects of force. What are the different effects of force? See, force you cannot see by your naked eye, but the force, see, you cannot see the force directly, but you can feel the force. You can feel or you can see the force by certain effects. The force can be seen only by seeing its effects. So what are the different effects of force? The first one, the force can make a moving object stop. Okay, the force can make a moving object stop. Consider that the man is kicking the ball. Consider that Messi or Ronaldo is kicking the ball. See, the goalkeeper is stopping the moving ball by applying a force. Okay, he has to apply. See, the Messi or Ronaldo kick the ball with a certain force. So in order to stop the ball, the goalkeeper has to apply a force. By applying that force, the goalkeeper could stop the ball. That means here the force is used or the force is felt by, how we can understand the force is happen? By stopping the ball. As the goalkeeper is applying a force, the ball will be stopped. Okay, so we can observe the force through its effect. So which is the first effect? A force can make a moving object stop. Now see the second example, second effect of force. Consider this ball is under rest. That means the ball is moving, not moving. It is stationary. Here the ball is under rest. It is staying there. It is not moving. In order to make the ball move, this boy has to push it. That means he has to kick it. When he apply a force by kicking, this resting object will move. That means a force can make an object move from rest. This is the second effect of force. Okay, force can make an object to move from rest. And number 3, see, this is a practice you might have seen in your villages or in your town when the small children will ride the bicycle tube like this. Okay, the wheel. See, if we have to start the wheel to move, we have to apply more force. But once the wheel started rotating or moving, then if you just going on touching, the speed of the wheel will increase. If you touch it slowly, the wheel will move slowly. If you keep on touching it fastly, the speed also will change accordingly. That means the touching, the pushing is nothing but the force. So when you apply a force, the force can change the speed of the object. Force can change the speed of the moving object. Okay, if you keep on pushing, the wheel will rotate very speedily. That means force can change the speed of the moving object. And the next one, force can change the direction of the moving object. Consider a bowler is bowling the ball from this side. A bowler is bowling the ball towards the batsman. That means the ball is moving towards this side, towards the batsman's side. When the batsman hit the ball, that means hitting is nothing but applying a force. When he hit the ball, the direction of the ball changes and the ball may go either this way or the ball may go this way according to the position of the bats. According to the hitting of the bats, the direction of the moving object changes. From this, what we can understand? We can say that a force can change the direction of moving object. A force can change the direction of the moving object. And the next effect, force, see here, when we press it, it will compress like this. Its shape changed. Or you might have seen your mother, see, making chapatis by mixing the atta. See, when we applying a force, okay, when you applying the force, the shape of this will change, keep on changing. Or when you sit on the cushion, the shape changes. Okay, when you press the papers, it will its shape changes. That means that pressing or compressing is nothing but the force. When you apply a force, the objects tend to change its shape. So this is another effect of force. Okay, the force can change the shape of the object. Okay, so what are the different effects so far we discussed? A force can make a moving object stop. A force can make an object move from rest. A force can change the speed of the moving object. A force can change the direction of the moving object. Okay. A force can change the shape of the object. And I like to add one more thing. When you apply a force towards an object, any of these effect, either one or two effect or more effects will take place simultaneously. Can you understand that? See, sometime you consider that a bowler is bowling the ball. See, when a bowler is bowling, he is bowling with a definite speed. So the ball is coming with a speed. The batsman is hitting the ball. When he hit the ball, the speed of the ball changes. The direction of the ball changes. Okay, so what I want to say is that when we apply a force, either one or two or sometime all the different effects may take place simultaneously at the same time. Force can bring either one or two effects or the all effects at a time. So these are the different effects of force. Okay, hope you understood this part. Okay, thank you.